Hello, and I thought today's video would be a little bit different because for the first time in history, My Hero Ultra Rumble has actually had a real balance patch. Like, a good handful of characters actually got significant buffs and nerfs. And I thought, I'd just go through all of them for your viewing pleasure. No character in this video has tuning, so that's just to make everyone aware that no damage numbers have been tweaked during this, and we can get through all of it as quickly as possible. So, to start it off, Red Deku, a character that has been a menace for the longest time possible, his HP has been changed back to 300. If I'm going to be honest, this made me scrap my entire skill set video on how this character is a problem, because he basically felt like everything in one, because why did the strike character have more health than the assault one? Because the assault one is supposed to take more damage. I digress. So, back to 300 HP. Perfect. He didn't really need the 350 HP. I have no idea why they did it in the first place, but it's whatever. And the next one is that his alpha has decreased damage at all levels. So before it used to do like 105 or something. Now it does 95. So lower damage overall. It's just a better feeling thing, to get hit by. Like, you don't want to... Like, this guy always used to come out of nowhere and just kind of two-tap you, You get knocked over, then he would come over and just kind of finish you off with the beta. That also does a lot of damage. So this is a nice change overall. This isn't changed for, like, the spread as well. It's the exact same aimed in, or if it's spread. I just thought I'd point that out just in case some people think it does change it. But you can see now we are doing 190 damage. The next character is Strike Todoroki, who actually got buffed, and I can't lie, I've been asking for this for quite a while. I feel like all primarily grounded characters should be 350 HP, so this is just a really nice change for Strike Todoroki. This character already does like good damage, as you can see there. You can burst someone down pretty quickly with the correct levels and right scenario, and overall, with a quick reload on his Gamma, I feel like this guy's going to be having a pretty damn good time in the later games, or even in the earlier game now, because his survivability has just gone up by a load, and having not the best mobility, but, a decently grounded option. I mean, you can see there, we killed Deku 300 HP immediately there, but a hard punish game also being a bit tanky, like, it does make the character a bigger threat. So, overall, better survivability, and I will gladly take it, because I feel like this character did actually need some type of buff to help him out in the current meta. And up next is his counterpart, which is Technical Todoroki. They have not given him the 350 HP, which I am kind of glad with, I can't lie. But they have decreased his damage and rounds at all levels. Oh wait, no, sorry, only the damage has been decreased at all levels. The rounds have been decreased at level 9. So he only has 8 bullets at level 9 now, and let me just check what it looks like at level 1. He has 6, so level 1, we're doing 69 per shot. Okay, that's still pretty strong, I can't lie. Level 4 is when you get the extra bullet. It's doing 75. Okay, that's not actually that much of a damage increase. And at level 9, we are now doing 80. Okay, that's actually really big, because this character used to be doing, what, 100, I think it was? With the size of this projectile and how fast it travels, yeah, that's not actually too bad. It's kind of similar with Strike Deku in the sense of you're doing like 160. I mean, Red Deku's doing 190 before knocking you down now, but, you're taking 160, so the majority of characters, you get a decent amount of HP coming out of it. If you're 300, you get 140 health, so you get to survive another shot. Whilst before, it was basically, since it did it 100 through and through, you would get hit 3 times by it, and that was it. That was your HP gone. I'm not 100% sure if this affects the beta. No, yeah, that still does 170. I feel like that would have done a lot less damage if it was the case there, but, 170, nothing to scoff at still with that. So his beta's still extremely strong. It's just that alpha itself, which, again, I feel like is a big problem with this character because of how easily it was for him to deny space. If someone gets close, you can just do that. There you go, 110. So that is going to be doing less damage now with the ice on top of it. So overall, another pretty good change to it. Another pretty good change to one of the stronger characters in the game. Alright, so next up we've probably got my favorite buff of the patch, which is Assault Kirishima. So, with his alpha now, at levels 4 through 8, you get the 3rd bullet now. This was heavily needed. So as you can see here now, level 3, we've still got the 2, but as we get to level 4, we finally get the 3rd bullet. I have no idea why this took so long, but basically this just means Kirishima gets more mobility. He gets more survivability, because he gets more armor as well, because armor time is active the entire time he uses his alpha. That means he's got more mobility to get to cover. He can chase better. He can attack better now as well. He can basically, like, this change alone is really big for him. I think people are going to underplay it a little bit, but, like, his alpha does do a lot of damage as well. If I can show it off here, like, even at level 4, like, look at this. Okay, well, if the move was a bit more consistent, but, like, the move does a lot of damage. So, like, if I just try and hit the bakugo here, like, you see what I mean? Like, we're doing 77 here. Let me see if I can hit him into the wall. There we go. That's a bit better. So there you go. We did 170 damage at level 4 with this character. And then also, it did get nerfed in the process. So the reload speed is slower for all of the, like, at levels 4 to 8 now, which is kind of interesting, I can't lie. So you won't be able to use it as much, but I can't lie, I would take the third mobility option over a slow reload any day of the week. However, when you get it to level 9... and you use all of your charges, the reload speed is actually faster now. So after you've used, well, I mean, I guess I should just use all of them here. Like, let's just do that. The reload speed is actually quicker if you use all 3. So this character is going to be better at running away and getting to cover now. On top of it being armored the entire time, you know, he's hard to knock out of it. But he can actually get some pretty good distance with this. Like, look at this. Always jump before it as well, because you get a little bit more distance with it. But now with all 3 of these at level 9, you know, you can basically make it from here to the side of the bridge. It's pretty good. And obviously, you know, it does a lot of damage as well, so people want to stay out of your way. Again, another amazing change for a character that definitely needed this, considering in previous seasons he was very, very, very underwhelming compared to a lot of other characters. And now we have Kendo. Kendo has basically had her alpha and gamma nerf from previous season just reverted back. It kind of makes me question why they even did it in the first place. Like, it just kind of showed how silly the nerf was to begin with. Maybe with tuning, this character is going to be crazy, but Kendo's going to be dealing a lot more damage now. So at level 9 now, we are going to be dealing 148 per rock. Per rock. Obviously, you need to be close to hit all of them, because if you do it from a distance, you know... we're still hitting decent, you know, 74 at mid-range, 111. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, but I think this, like, she needed this back. I don't really care what people say, like, if this makes Kendo overpowered or, like, even stronger. This was needed. This was needed. She's basically got her melee combo back into the rocks as well. I've always been a fan of throwing the rocks. Like, they're very satisfying. They hit hard, you know, you get a lot of damage out of them. And... overall, like, it's at all levels as well. So, like, she is basically back to it. So, at level 1, if we hit all the rocks, you know, 88, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. I can't lie. That is pretty damn good. And then at level 4, when you get the extra bullet, you're doing 108 as well. You know, this character desperately needed her damage back, because before it felt like you were literally just a shield for your team. And now with that back, she can do a lot more damage at the mid-range and close range as well. She's a threat again when she's chasing after you, because she's got pretty good ground speed as well. And the second buff she got is that her claps got restored back to her old damage. So before, I think it used to do, like... I think it barely did... like, wait, hang on. Let me check what it is at level 1. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does 130. I'm pretty sure it just did 100 at level 1. And I'm pretty sure, like, that was, what, 160 at max now? Now it does 180. 180 per clap. That is crazy. I love seeing Kendo back on the block because, you know, I always feel like the side characters tend to be forgotten about, but they've definitely remembered Kendo this time around. And with her claps being restored to her former glory, this character's going to be a menace. Again, it's armored the entire time, so you don't want to get too close to her, but you might be able to do that, something like that. You know... a rock and a clap basically kills someone, you know. Like, you're going to do a lot of damage to people now if you catch them off guard with Kendo. As it should have been, really. With the grounded characters that are high on defense, you know, if you get too close to them, then I feel like you should really be punished for it. Or if they manage to close the distance on you, you should be punished for it. But yeah, Kendo, damage buffs all around. Very, very, very lovely stuff to see. We are still not done with the buffs yet because Aizawa has also been buffed. And the number of bullets at all of his levels now for his alpha have been increased. So at level 1, it used to be 3 bullets, and now it's 4. And if I get it to level 4, it should be 5 now. Yep, it's level... sorry, not level 5, but, like, we have 5 alpha bullets now. Again, this is going to make Aizawa an absolute mobility menace because he's going to have all of this. You know, he can, like, go back up in the sky. He can even hover for a bit if he wants to with his gamma, and then come back down with his alphas, you know. But it just gives you more chance to, you know, line up your shots, because obviously, like, Aizawa's not the easiest to play in this game, but you can land that now, because originally I would have just missed that, and then, you know, follow up with a Gamma, which also got shadow buffed recently. No, it didn't get shadow buffed. Did it get shadow buffed? I can't remember if it was shadow buffed or buffed, but, you know, that got changed, so Aizawa's dealing a lot of good damage again, and at level 9 now, this will be having 6 bullets. Yeah, Aizawa's going to be an absolute mobility menace with all these extra bullets in his kit. It's a lot of damage. It's good damage opportunities as well. And we are not done with that yet, because his special action also got buffed. Probably one of the best special actions in the game, in my opinion, because it just disables your opponents from using all types of quirks. But now the special action erasure, the reload speed has been increased, so you can do this more often. You can disable quirks more often with him, which is really good. I've definitely seen the difference here. That is definitely going up a lot quicker. It doesn't look like much, obviously, but when you think about how strong a special action like this is, having a quick reload speed on that is kind of crazy. It's very good for a character like this. It just makes his 1v1s more threatening. It makes his ability to change the fight more threatening as well. So overall, again, another really good change for a character that wasn't seeing much playtime as well. So I'm very happy with this change. Up next, we have Endeavor, who also got buffed. I don't think they're ever going to touch his damage numbers again or like anything like that, because he does do good damage. It's just this character's been kind of in a weird spot. He's like a very weird character for the devs to balance, because this character has either been extremely strong, extremely shit, or where he is now, where he's just kind of in this weird, obscure spot where no one's really playing him. But this is a nice little change they got for him. So now the special action has been buffed once again, and they have increased the reload speed on it. So this will allow Endeavor to hopefully survive a little bit more. Maybe this character could do with a HP buff. I would say not 350, but maybe 325. That's not too bad for him, but we've already got it back. You know, they increased the special action previously. It has longer flight duration and longer hover time, so maybe we'll see more Endeavors flying about across the map, or, you know, hovering to try and burst some people down. It's nothing too crazy for him, but I think it's just, you know, a needed buff for a character that has not had a lot of love recently. But, you know, we can just hover more often now. We can fly more often when not after a fight, you know. Obviously, you don't get to go too far, but again, I feel like they're being very careful with this character. But I'm kind of pleased with the change overall. Up next is a lot of people's favorite character. We have Mirio, and instead of giving him his health back or any type of combo, they have increased his barrier duration on his Gamma. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's something, but I feel like this is not what he needed. It's a nice change. Don't get me wrong, a buff is welcome for him, but I guess this allows him to protect his teammates more often. You know, they can heal up, you can protect people longer for revives and stuff, maybe team revives and all. I feel like level 4 will be the next time we want to. I'm just going to quickly increase the reload speed here, but let's see how long we can hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9.5 seconds really for that. And at level 9, it's probably going to be a decent amount of time. Let's see if we can do it on the deck again. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and a 8, and a 9, and a 10, and 11, and a 12. So it's like 12 seconds you get to hold it at max level. Again, this can be very good for protecting down teammates. It can be good for protecting someone who's reviving a down teammate, someone who's going for a revive, a team all. You know, you can just kind of head over to them with your special action, and then just be like, boom. Pretend this back goes my teammate, you know, you're going for a team heal. I got you, buddy. Obviously, you wouldn't kill him, but, you know, you can protect them the entire time. The dome's pretty big, so if anyone goes for a melee or abilities, you know, the protection's there. It's very good protection. Again, not what I thought he needed, but it's another welcome change for a character that, again, has not had much playtime in recent seasons. Alright, we are back on the nerf train now, and I feel like this might have been a bit harsh on Hawks, but I can't lie, after everything he did in Season 7, I don't give a fuck that this character's bad now. Oh wait, sorry, I need to put my bias aside. But yes, Hawks has been nerfed. So, what I'm looking at here, it says that his damage on his alpha has been decreased at all levels. So let me have a look at level 1 real quick. So, originally, I think it was doing like... I'm not sure, actually. Let me just see how long it'll take. So... Oh, it's only doing 10, okay. Oh wait, I should really burst someone down. Wow, 10 per feather is actually kind of crazy. So how much do I get to do before they fall over? 100. I'm pretty sure it was like 125 at level 1 before they got knocked down. But level 9, I do remember it being 220 because I thought it was insane. And now it is 180. Okay, that's still pretty good damage. He can still melt. I can't lie. He can still melt. But that's about it for that. So Hawks will not be... Well, I mean, he can still pepper you from afar. Like, that is still good damage. But obviously now, if you get hit by a stray feather, instead of taking more damage, you're going to only be taking 18 per feather, which, again, I don't think is too bad. I don't think that's too bad. Nice little change there to make Hawks less oppressive. And next we have his beta. So they decreased the flying duration and free flight state after a charge hit. Wow, so they actually went back on that buff that they gave him quite a while ago. But it seems you can still fly. You can still fly for a decent amount of time with this. This might be your, like, get out of jail card, you know, if, like, your team's dead and you want to take a fight there. But that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. I want to see what it's like, though, if I'm constantly swinging. You get to do 1, 2, 3, 4, it seems like, before it runs out. I wasn't actually mashing it the entire time. Let me just check again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so you get to do about 4 beta swings before it happens. Again, I feel like this is a fine change. Maybe Hawks, like... The thing is that these characters feel so strong. Like, Hawks has always been so strong that I feel like these changes are going to feel massive, even though it's probably going to put him into a respectable A-tier pick. Like, he's not S-tier anymore, but I feel like he's going to be a solid A-tier pick, which means he isn't bad. This character hasn't been killed or anything. He's just fair now. He's more fair. He's more in line with the rest of the cast. But, I don't know. I feel like I'll let the Hawks mains deal with that. The next nerf is to his Gamma. Wow, they have really gone out for this guy. Decrease the damage at all levels. Wow. Okay. Let's see what level 1 Gamma is doing. 70. I'm pretty sure that was doing, like... I might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure it was doing at least 100 before. Like, maybe, like, borderline 100. Level 4 is now doing 85. That's not that much damage either. But again... I'm not really going to complain about the damage nerf. I think it's fair because, again, this is an ability that lets you see your opponents through the walls that you can hunt down after. You know, you can just do that and then come on up. You know where he is. Pepper him down with some alphas after, you know, whilst they're healing. And at level 9 now, it does... I missed. Are you serious? It does 100. I'm pretty sure this is what it was doing at earlier levels, and at higher levels, this was doing like 120, 130. Again, I could just be making up shit out of my arse, but again, this character was doing too much damage for a rapid. And this is what a rapid should be, in my opinion. A character that can come in, do, you know, pretty good burst damage. He can still do 250 with that, but obviously if he's missing his abilities and all of that, he is severely punished for it. He shouldn't be given a lot of opportunities to be hitting people. If I'm going to be honest, like, rapids come in, they do it fast, they come out, you know, they shouldn't be lingering in the battle for ages and ages and ages. So, overall, again, I think this is a good change. And the last one is to his special action. They even nerfed that as well. Decrease flying duration. All right, let's see how far we can go, because I'm pretty sure before Hawks would actually have no issue getting from here to the end. Maybe even a bit further, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, right, yeah, I need to turn off the thing, don't I? Whoops. Okay, let me turn that off. Let me wait for it to get back to full. But yeah, we'll see how it is. So that's back to full now. Okay, so let me just turn that back to normal, and let's fly. Oh wow, okay. You can still get... Ooh, you can barely get past the bridge now, actually. That is kind of a big nerf. I mean, Hawks isn't going to be in the air as much as he wants to anymore. This might... I still think this character is going to be very good. I still think he's going to be very good. I just think now he's on a more fair playing field against the primarily grounded characters, because... Originally, it felt like you couldn't do anything. I'm just going to show that off one more time. I am going to mash triangle so I can get as much flight as I can. It feels like, yeah, you get 2 flaps. Okay, so we land just at the very edge there. Again, I think it's a fair change. I'm not going to complain, but Hawks players might have a big problem with this. And my favorite character to see on this chopping block right now is Nejire, the character that has ruined so many recordings for me because of how broken her beta was originally. And thankfully, they have decided to address that this patch. So they have decreased the damage dealt per hit at all levels. So let's have a look at this at level 1. How much are we doing per tick? 21. Wow. Okay. That's actually a big nerf. So it's 21 at level 1, and now it is 33 at level 9. That's actually really big. I'm pretty sure it used to be doing like 55 or something at the lower, not the lower levels, the higher levels. I'm pretty sure it was doing like 55. they have also adjusted it so that opponents are less likely to be launched far away at all levels. So what that means is, originally, if you hit someone 3 times with Nejire's beta, they fell on the ground, Nejire would start charging Gamma. Now it is, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 hits, so more opportunity to run away from her, less opportunity for Nejire to just kind of corner you. And, oh my god, wait, there's a third nerf to it. Decrease the surge time duration at all... Oh my god, that's perfect. So how long can we hold this for? Okay, you can still hold it for a decent amount of time, but I'm more curious now, because this character would basically delete you from existence if she downed you. I want to see how this plays out when you are downed by her and she decides to bait it. Let's have a look now. Okay, do you know what? She has to use the full beta now to confirm her kill. That's good. That's good. That's very good, actually. That's very good. So now it takes Nejire an entire beta gauge at level 9, no less, to finish off her kills. That means it'll take that for any 400 HP character as well. So if you're a 400 HP character, you're kind of lucky. And Nejire has not gotten off easy there, because they have also gone for her special action. They've increased the gauge consumption when using a dash while in midair. I think originally it was 20, so she could do it 5 times. So I'm going to quickly check here. It is 35 now, so she only gets to do it 3 times. Praise the Lord that they decided to do this. I'm just going to quickly use this to speed it up here. Yep, let's turn it back down. So now you might want to, if you're like in the air with Gamma, so you want to get in the air with Gamma, you might want to use it like once or twice, and then like occasionally like use the tap. Yeah, like the tap is still very good. You can still use the tap to cover a lot of distance with it, but you got to be careful now, Nejire players, when you actually get caught off guard. There is a good chance that you might die. She could very well still be S tier, but like, again, with the knockdown change as well, she still gets to do around the same damage. It's just there's more of a chance of counterplay for it. But again, I'm very happy that like it does less damage. It takes longer for you to get knocked down, so Nejire just can't really kill you instantly anymore. There's also more chance to fight back with her. She's easier to chase now, and I'm very happy with that. Very happy. I'm so glad that they've addressed so many of the problems that I had with this game. Oh well, with the characters in this patch. Oh my god, my sweet prince, my sweet, sweet red Shigaraki. Oh my goodness, they gave him 350 HP. I've been saying for so long, that this guy needed 350 health. This is massive for Strike Shigaraki. I don't care what anyone says, like, I know, like, he's still gonna suck against, like, a lot of characters, but the survivability increase means he gets to last longer, he can stay in fights longer, he can cover the ground longer. 50 HP doesn't sound like much, but trust me, a lot of interactions change with this. Like, there's just so much more survivability possibilities with this guy. And I can't wait for it. So this guy's going to be able to stick around in fights much longer. He can be a menace covering the ground, you know. He can just burst people down with his alphas and whatnot. This guy's going to be hanging about in fights much, much, much longer. But that's not all. They also decided to buff his special action. As you can see now, there are 2 bullets. So the damage has been increased, which is very interesting. I think before it used to do like 50, now it does 80, which is very good. That makes it more threatening. So now when I land a grab, yep, there we go. If we land a grab there, yeah, we're basically doing half of a strike character's health, which is, well, that's 300 on average. That's massive. That's massive. So if you land collapse hand now, which is kind of easy to do, if you land a melee like that and then mash triangle, you know, you get the free collapse hand there, basically. And then you can just come over, grab him, throw him, and look at that, mwah, cinema. Wait, we did way more damage that time. Did I not grab him initially when he was hit by collapse hand? Let me check that one more time. So he's in collapse hand now, and let's grab him. Wow, okay, yeah, that is so much more damage. Like, that 80 damage is actually a big impact on it. But if you use both of the special actions, like, you can actually use this to get to high ground, by the way. I just thought I'd point that out. See, look, there you go. The reload is actually long. It's longer if you use both shots. I don't think that's too bad, because if you look at how quick the reload is on one, you know, it's like, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7. It's like 6.5, 7 seconds long for one bullet to reload, and I feel like you're not really going to be using both of these rapidly because, you know, like, you might want to hit someone and then be like, oh, I'm going to head up to high ground here, you know, run off, put a beta down, deal some damage to people. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with this. I thought I'd point out this does also apply to Assault Shigaraki. This, the special action change, that does apply to him as well. So this could actually make Assault Shigaraki played a bit more, because now, obviously, when you hit someone with it, your alpha's going to be dealing a lot more damage. A lot more damage. On top of the combos you can do as well, this guy, you know, like, this guy's just got so much going for him. But, yeah, overall, big changes for Strike Shigaraki, more so than Assault Shigaraki, but Assault Shigaraki doesn't get the 350 health as well, it's just the standard one. So, again, Red Shiggy mains, we stay winning. Alright, this motherfucker, I have been waiting for him to be nerfed ever since he came out. He has the worst design in the game, in my opinion. Put the bias aside, we're just discussing the patch notes. Alright, so, Strike Dabi, a character that a lot of people have probably been begging to be nerfed. They have decreased the damage on his beta. They've decreased the damage when letting go of opponents for levels 4 through 9. So levels 1 to 3 are going to be the same, but level 4 through 9 are going to be very different. So now we are dealing 140. That's not actually too bad. That's still pretty good for him. I can imagine the tracking is insane. And at level 9, we're going to be dealing... This is without the gamma, by the way. We're going to be dealing 170. So it's still pretty good. 30 damage increase from 4 to 9. But I want to see this. This is what I've been here for. So I want to see what the beta does now. 228. That's with the gamma explosion. But if I can get it normally here without timing it. I keep timing it. But like 216. So he's still doing pretty good damage. I'm going to increase the reload speed here. Okay, let's try it this time now. So no gamma explosion. 192. Okay. Do you know what? I've just realized as well, that isn't a guaranteed guard break anymore, like 216, 225. This is unchanged, but I'm perfectly okay with that. They've also, oh my god, they've decreased the damage dealt from the small explosion that occurs when the character receives over a certain... Oh, that's perfect. So how much damage are we doing now if we hit someone with this? How much is it? It used to be like 70. Oh my god, 24, that's big. That's so big. Because that makes the combo weaker here as well. Yeah, 216, so... Dabi doesn't have a guaranteed guard break anymore at level 9. And I feel like that's what a lot of people had the issue with. It was literally just like, this character grabs you and you're dead. Like, he only has to do it twice. Obviously, like, he can still do good damage, but I kind of expect that from a strike. But that is a very good change. Obviously, the tracking is going to be the exact same. Like, you can see that's still pretty ridiculous, but overall less damage. You can still combo off of the gamma. But overall, yeah, Strike Dabi has been nerfed. I can't believe I thought I'd never be able to say that sentence in my life in this game, but yep, Strike Dabi nerfed. Strike Dabi has officially been nerfed in My Hero Ultra Rumble. So, Tech Toga got a buff. They've decreased the damage. Okay, this sounds like a nerf. So they've nerfed the damage on her gamma at levels 4 to 9, but they've increased the number of rounds at all levels. So she has 2 gammas now, which is very interesting. How much damage is this doing? 68. And then let's just have a look at it at level 9, because I feel like these are the important thresholds. 90. Okay, so it used to do like 120, I'm pretty sure. So that is a pretty big damage nerf. But when you think about it, if you land it twice on someone, you get to do 180. You know, you can switch into their blood, you can transform out, and then do it again for another 180. Transform, you know, do that. So you can abuse the cooldown cycle probably a bit more frequently now. However, I feel like, you know, with... the damage, sorry, not the damage nerf that she received, the tracking nerf that she received quite a while back with her gamma, it could be a bad, it could be bad overall, because, like, the tracking still isn't that great on it anymore, but, you know, it's a nice change for, again, a character that just kind of got overshadowed by her skill set. So I think overall this is going to make Toga a bit more versatile, because I'm pretty sure everyone's had it in a fight where, like, they get phantom blood, which means, like, they don't deal the damage, but they still get the blood, or you take the wrong blood, so now you have the chance to just move on to the next person and take theirs instead to get the ideal blood that you want. This could be an insta-revive, like a overhaul heal, you know, anything like that. That's pretty damn good for Tech Toga, I can't lie. Okay, next is... I can't believe I'm saying this. So Rapid Toga got nerfed, everybody. Rapid Toga has officially been nerfed. So... with her alpha, they've decreased the damage dealt at all levels. So at level 1 now, what is it dealing? I need to make sure I hit the boomerang effect as well. So it's like, what, 39? Yeah, 39 per alpha there. And at level 9, I guess I'll check level 4 as well, because some people do that. Level 4, we're dealing 45, I think that was. Let me check again. Yep, 45 for her. And then at level 9, we will now be dealing 55. Okay, so still pretty respectable damage, considering she can, you know, shoot them out very quickly. You know, you can still burst someone down. But they have adjusted it so that opponents are more likely to get hit further away at all levels from her alpha as well. So I think originally you could basically break a guard or borderline break a guard. Now we can deal about 190 damage before they're knocked over. Okay, that's still pretty good. And I feel like with this, she can still be like... Oh my god, I'm terrible at this character. But like, you can do this, you know... Oh, you can't actually land a couple of those now after the beta. Yeah, so that does actually affect her combo game on that. So you want to be pretty careful with what you're doing with this character now. You want to kind of manage what you're doing. I think you might be able to like sneak one alpha in now instead of two. Because I think before it was like you could like shoot two and then grab them with it. So that's pretty bad actually. And her gamma also got nerfed. So they decreased their damage dealt to all, wow, at all levels. At all levels, her gamma has been nerfed damage-wise. How much is it doing? 30, 60, so 90 damage. That's still pretty respectable. I can't lie. That's still pretty respectable damage at level 1. Level 4 is probably the more important threshold, because I feel like that's where most Togas stop, because you get your third mobility option. You know, the beta stuns into it, but 35 plus 69, what is that? Like 104. Okay, so that is actually a lot less damage. She's still going to be dealing a lot of damage. I feel like this is kind of like a standard late game Toga here. It's level 9, 9, and 4. So let's see if we can do this, that. She still does good damage. She can still do good damage. That's probably a guard break there. So Toga can still do a guard break off of one combo, but again, she can't go like bam, 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 like throw a second one, because they'll get knocked over. So if I try and show it on the bakugo, I can't. Well, I can kind of do it, but you need to be very quick with it. So, like, if I do beta, bam, bam, like, the ideal scenario for it is that you can't really throw the two alphas anymore. You're going to miss, or you're going to knock them over every time. Again, pretty good change. A lot of people were complaining about how Toga could basically just delete your health bar. She can still basically do it here. Like, if I just, you know... There you go. Okay, 264 damage. There we go. Standard is 264. So you can kill someone. You can kill a rapid with rapid Toga still at max levels, which, again, is fine. You've got to use a lot of cooldowns. The rapid Toga might spam alphas, and you get knocked over for it. So, again, they're going to have to be careful when lining up their combos now, which is perfectly fine in my books. They've decided to buff my main again. I don't know why they keep trying with the beta, but... The beta, sleight of hand, decreased consumption of number of rounds when deflecting shots at all levels, and they increase the reload speed at all levels. If I'm going to be real, neither of these really matter that much. You're not really using your entire beta, but I can have a look and set this bakugo to do some alphas at me. So it's now doing 10. I think before it used to be 15, or maybe a little bit more than that, but... The reload speed as well has been increased. We can have a look at the reload speed real quick. Let me have a look. Oh wait, that was the normal reload speed. Holy, what? Wait, that's actually kind of ridiculous. What the damage this character's doing. Oh yeah, I need to set it on him again, don't I? To see that. So yeah, overall, like it's not massive change for him, but you know, decreasing the. I mean. Like, it's just made his projectile matchups even better again. I just don't see why they keep trying so hard with the beta. That's a really quick reload, though, for the normal one. I didn't realize it was that quick, but hey, I'll take it. And the second buff that he got, they've increased the reload speed for his teleport at levels 1 to 8. So I'm just going to have a look here. Reloading. You know, this is actually... Yeah, that's actually really quick now. That's really quick. That's a lot quicker, and they've done the same, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they've increased the reload speed after using the skill once at level 9 as well. Okay, so that's actually really good. So you can be kind of getting in the fight with Compress, you know, coming in like that, just beating someone up, you know, throwing a bunch of trucks at them, doing your business, and by the time you've probably finished what you want to do, you can teleport out, and you still have that other teleport available for you. Again, it's not the fastest reload, but again, this is a really good mobility option. And obviously, if you use both bullets, then it's going to be a longer reload. But overall, good changes for Compress again. I don't know why they keep buffing this character. This character is going to become a menace one day. People are going to realize that this character is really good one day. But I'm overall happy with these changes. These have been very good changes. But that does actually cover them all now, so I'm just going to head back to the main menu and give you my final thoughts on this patch. So, what do I think of the patch overall? I think this is the best patch they've ever done. Do I think this saves the game? Not necessarily. There are still a lot of things that are very oppressive to new players, one of them being the role system being terrible, the tickets that were taken away from this season because they upgraded the license, which is also more expensive now if you want to get the pro one. So this is a massive step in the right direction, in my opinion. They went hard after the meta, like right before the tournament as well, which is like at the end of this month. But that this is a good change. I don't think it saves the game, but I think it makes it more fun for everybody involved. Skill sets got nerfed. Not everyone has access to, well, besides Rapid Bakugo, but not everyone has access to all of these skill sets, so they probably felt really oppressive for people that couldn't roll them and new players. So it's a very good change overall. The grounded characters, like Shigaraki, Assault Kirishima, Kendo, all of these characters that you get for free, they're a lot better now. They're going to feel a lot better to play in this current environment, with Nejire being worse, Hawk's not being in the air forever now, Nejire's not going to be in the air forever now, Tech Todoroki's going to be easier and less punishing if you get caught off guard by him, you know. All of this is really, really healthy for the game, in my opinion. It's not going to save it, because of all the other issues, like the bugs and stuff, but overall this is going to be a lot more fun experience, and that is my final thoughts. I think this game is going to feel so much more fun to play, so much more free-flowing now, because it's like the whole problem with these characters that just got nerfed was it felt like you just exploded out of nowhere, you know. Nejire found you, boom, half your shield's gone. Boom, your guard's gone and a bit of your health because she hits you with the gamma. Boom, she hits you with beta, you're dead again. Red Dabi comes out of nowhere. Boom, your guard's gone. Some of your health as well. Grabs you again with the auto-tracking, you know. Boom, you're dead. He can probably still two-tap you in like the most ideal scenario ever, but it's going to happen a lot less now. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. And I think there's going to be so much more variety. So the games, each match is going to feel a lot more fresh now, because there's going to be less of, there's not going to be like 6 Nejires a match. There's not going to be 4 Red Dabis. There's not going to be 5 purple Todorokis per match now. There's not going to be 7 Red Dekus on a team, like in a lobby now, you know. There's going to be a lot more variety, which I think is really, 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 really damn good for the game. I think it's very good. So this Viking, you get a big old thumbs up from Trash Junkies. This gets the Trash Junkie seal of approval. So thank you very much for addressing all of these awful characters that have been raining torment for so long on this game. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a bit different. I've never covered patch notes before like this, but yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.